Victoria Duke, and I will be presenting my capstone project for ADA Cohort 16. My capstone project is a web application called ArtCollab. Its main purpose is to be able to post and filter through collaborative art projects that users have posted. It was made with Python and Flask in the back end and React and JavaScript in the front end. Now here we have the main page where we have this new project form, and then you can write in kind of your project title. Oftentimes art projects do cost money, so here's any the expected member contribution for supplies and such. You have a start date and a end date, which are both drop-down menus. And then we can add the project. Now, below it will display all listed projects by year. And right now it's only being able to be filtered by the starting date. So the one we just made will be here in 2022. And I would change the UI going forward, but right now we have it where the top card is the start date and the bottom is the end date. We have our title here and then the member contribution. And you can kind of see some past projects that these are currently hard-coded in for display purposes. And when there are no projects, you will see no projects found. Now I wanted to go ahead and show some of my endpoints that are working, but I wasn't able to implement in the project yet. Now here we have, right now we are not deployed, so it's only on a local host. And this URL will be displaying all the projects that are in our database right now. So right here, we have a bunch of different information for the project. Let's see, right here, we have a description, the owner of the project, which will be a user, and then the title. And here we have another one, which I duplicated, and it has a different ID, and another project here. So now I wanted to show you that there is a user endpoint. Here we have our first user, and then we have a second user, and they can add little notes to their bios. So here we have Hello World, a classic. Now here we can search projects by owners. So this will show all projects that this particular user posted. So here's the first user, which I put as myself, and they have created all of these projects. And then for that second user, we have, right now they didn't post any projects yet, so they have an empty list in their own projects. Now going back to the application, you can see that the front end is able to talk to the back end. Let me show you. Right here we have, under these arrays, we are getting our projects from the back end. So here we have it owned by Tori, and that would be listing that information there. And then our titles, the same on the back end, and then we have our ID. And then similarly here for the next project. Now, steps going forward would be definitely, I would like to get these projects rendered on the application. Currently, it's just being able to read the information, but not actually rendered, because all these should be rendered right now in this page. And then similarly, we have this form is able to make new projects here, but that they're not being saved to the backend database yet. So that would be the next step I would definitely take for this project. That's it. Thank you so much for listening to my project.